didn't know anything about Azula, so what was she gonna do that Zuko, who's older, hasn't been able to for 3 years searching for the Avatar? It would have been much better if we didn't know anything about Azula and Fire Lord Ozai until we got to season 2. Just like in the original. We know season 1 didn't honor the characters as we've come to know them. They may have been able to do it if they didn't cram all the characters into the story right from the start. In the animation, Azula and Fire Lord Ozai are in a flashback in season 1, in the Storm episode. You see Azula, she's a girl, but you don't see Ozai's face. But in the present timeline of the story, they only appear at the end of season 1, and you still don't see Ozai's face. And after that, there's all this excitement, hype, and questions that we were losing our minds over back in the day. We couldn't wait for season 2, which is exactly what good writing should make you do. Keep you on the hook, keep you guessing and amped for what happens next. And in the animation, they spend the first quarter of season 2 showing you exactly who Azula is. And let me tell you, I did not see her coming because she's unhinged. She'll do anything to win. But no, she won't snap. Not then. She knows exactly what she's doing. She has everything and everyone under her control. And if in season 2 of the live action, you showed me Azula recruiting May from Omashu, or visiting Ty Lee at the circus and setting her nets on fire, and then seeing Ty Lee immediately fall in line, that would have told me everything I needed to know about who Azula is, how calculated, cruel, and manipulative she is, how she always gets her way, and how there's not one single person who can tell her no, even her so-called friends who do anything to appease her. But compared to Ozai, Azula actually does go through a character arc. From her baseline, you could argue it either way, that her character arc is positive or negative, because her character is that complex. Because just when you think her character feels solidified, you think she's forged in fire and made of steel, near the end of book 3, she's betrayed by her closest friends. The worst and saddest part is that she can't understand why. It stems from her inability to connect meaningfully with anyone, family or friends, because all her relationships have had agendas. But then, does she not realize that the reciprocal is also true? May and Ty Lee's agenda probably don't hurt me or my family. So they go along with the charade, and it's fun. They fight winnable fights, they mess around, until they encounter something that's more important than being in Azula's good graces. For May, that's saving Zuko, and for Ty Lee, that's saving May. Azula doesn't realize that they're obligated to be there with her, and with this realization, she becomes completely unhinged, and not 1 second sooner. I think she truly believed that May and Ty Lee loved and adored her, and would do anything for her. She's delusional, but those beliefs keep her on track, especially because she believes she's their friend. She's not. This is how she's different from Ozai, who is your run-of-the-mill psychopath. She's a narcissistic sociopath. She perceives herself, and that is where it ends. And when she realizes that other people don't perceive her the same way she perceives herself, that's when all of this unravels and she loses her marbles. This project is just too precious to be handled by people who don't get how much deeper it is, because it is that deep.